Before you think about getting a dog, make sure you don't make these mistakes, and you want to think about these few tips. Getting a dog can be exciting and fun in a moment, and you may overlook some very important things that may make or break the relationship your dog has with you and your family, and the training that's going to be necessary. So before you think about going out there and getting a dog, I want to talk to you about how to look for a dog, how to prepare for a dog, and what to do to even start the process. Is more than just going on a website and looking at a cute dog and making sure they're available, because then into where we are right now after the holidays, where people may want to return their dog. So let's just jump right into it, and I'm going to give you some tips to help you navigate the process of selecting the perfect dog for your family. Number one, before you think about however you're choosing your dog, you want to take your lifestyle into consideration. What I mean by that, we can break it down into so many different levels, but are you a busy family? Are you a family who stays in a house more? Do you have kids? Do you have people in the direct house that may have some type of negative towards certain breeds of dogs? You definitely want to look at your lifestyle and make sure that whatever breed you're getting is conducive to your lifestyle. So if you are living a lifestyle where you are busy and things of such, you don't want to get a border collie. Why? Because if you don't know much about them, border collies need a tremendous amount of exercise. You're probably thinking, well, Pam, you said if we're busy in a sense of that maybe you work all the time, maybe you have to take the kids to after school sports. So when would you have time to actually walk a border collie or walk a dog like a German Shepherd or things like that, dogs who need tremendous amount of exercise? So you definitely want to take your lifestyle into consideration. Please do not get a dog where it's going to require so much work that you cannot have the dog and you have to return it. We want to avoid all that, or even just giving up on the dog because you're so frustrated and stressed. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you have a dog that adapts to your lifestyle, and sit down with the family together. It's not an individual choice of mom and dad. Sit down with the family. You know your kids, you know your partner, or whatever it may be. So you want to take everyone's feelings in consideration, and also everyone's schedule, and make the best possible decision better. Second, finances. Yes, you may have money, you may not have money. Certain breeds are going to be more expensive to care for than other breeds. For instance, I have a French Bulldog. They are pretty pricey when it comes to vet care and being taken care of. Yes, you can take care of this dog ugly and keep up with the vet says, but there's just some health conditions that may come along, and they end up being pricey after going back and forth to the vet. So before choosing the right dog for your family, you want to make sure that either you get health insurance, I love Trupanion, just to offset that cost, or you want to put aside some money if you're not going to get a health insurance, but definitely just choosing a dog that's a little bit more low maintenance when it comes to vet care, like a golden retriever, things like that. But dogs usually with breathing issues, all dogs can have their particular issues, but definitely choosing the breed that would accommodate your budget and what you're willing to pay for. A lot of times we get these dogs and we just don't know what they'll end up costing us down the road. So you always want to make sure that you have a right amount of fundings or choose the right dog. Number 3 would be exercise, right? You're probably thinking exercise. It goes along with the busy schedule. Of course, you can switch your schedule up to accommodate your dog and, train them and get them exercise and stuff like that. But I cannot stress how often I see that people are getting dogs that require so much exercise, more than just walks. Maybe they require just like attention, games, training. They may require a lot. So make sure that you can give your dog the proper amount of exercise. What I'll say about that is, if you're not a walker, or you do not exercise yourself, you probably do not need to get a dog that requires that much exercise and energy. Just don't do it. So a dog that's low key, like a bulldog, they kind of just chill and stuff like that. So just make sure that you know what's required of the exercise. Also, training. Yes, all training. You hear basic training, basic obedience. You don't want your dog to sit You want your dog to sit, not jump, and things of such, but you want to take the training required for the dog into consideration. Some dogs will be a little bit more, I hate to say challenging because all dogs can be trained, but they may require a little bit more effort. Let's just put it that way. And you may want to take that in consideration. So some dogs have a natural instinct and they may have a prey drive, which means like they like to chase stuff. So dogs who may like to chase prey, it may take them a little bit more, maybe to train recall, because that's naturally in them to kind of run off. So always make sure, I always say, go to the AKC website, look up the breed you're trying to get, or if it's a a dog that's a mixed breed, you definitely want to look into a dog that's mixed breed. Look into both of the breeds you think the dog are most likely, and they're very good at the AKC about telling you a temperament of the dog, which you should definitely look at. The training the dog needs, the grooming, all that sort of stuff. It gives you like a rundown, like a little plate card, like information card about certain dog breed. And that would be very helpful. But those are the things you definitely want to consider when getting a dog, because definitely after getting a dog, there can be a point where you may start to second guess. And one thing I noticed that folks, or you may not think about, is the future. Are you going to be having kids in the future? Are you moving in the future? Do you have any scheduled surgeries coming up in the future? All these could impact your dog, and definitely a breed of the dog, depending on what it is. So definitely take all these things into consideration when preparing to get a dog. Is going to be insightful, but as always, you can reach out to someone like myself to kind of work with you through that. I'd rather for a person to call me for free on pitfalls.com than to just go out and get a dog because they look cute, because you will run into several issues. So make sure that you use that insight that I have given you about choosing the right dog for your family, and good luck. And I'll see you next week with another great topic.